and welcome. This is Tell Me I'm Wrong, our podcast where one of us thinks we are not wrong. The other two here probably think we do. I'm Marsh. I'm joined by Rick, Blaze, and Yellz. Rick, tell the people what you're about.
I'm an H-Town representative. Enough said.
H-Town. Go Texans, except not because Duval's better. Yellz, tell the people what you're about.
I'm about being cool, but not being too cool for school because I like to be right.
Well, you have your sunglasses on inside if you're watching on YouTube, so maybe a little too cool for this school. And I'm March. I think this is the first time that you two have not given some, especially Rick, some AKA Mr. Moore's Day or whatever it is.
There you go. See, I don't have to do it anymore. Now you do it, March.
Yeah, I do it for you, but you guys have matured. Yeah, it's not Moore's Clay, whoever that guy is.
Thank God it's not Moore's Clay this week.
So, all right, last week, Yellz said that he thought Gen Z was cooked. Of course, he is the cooked one because he didn't even get the right generation. So we're giving him an opportunity for redemption. So Yellz, I hear there's something that's on your mind. What's on your mind?
So I'll start this off. Yikes. Yeah. I'll start this off by saying I'm a confident 5'9", 5'10", right? Am I the tallest guy in the world? No. But you know what I'm not. And I don't know who on this panel may be. I am not 5'7", and I'm saying that respect, in general, starts at 5'7". Tell me I'm wrong.
Rick, I want your take on this.
Listen, I don't take pride in this, but I have to say what it is. The boy's right. You can't be under 5'7" and respect the woman to just let you just run the house when you can't run your own bathwater. When you got respect starts at 5'7", and if you're at 5'7" or lower, you need to be making six figures to get that respect. Ooh. That's the only other option for you at that point in time.
And Rick, what for the context of the situation? Your height is what?
I'm 5'9".
5'9". All right, so we got two 5'9"ers here. Well, as the resident,
Rick, I don't like that. I need you to be 5'10" or 5'11" because you're making me a little shorter than I'm supposed to be. God damn it, Rick! Come on, man.
I know my height, brother. I'm 5'9", and I know you're not 5'10", but we're not gonna go there.
Well, he's 5'10" with his little mohawk there, so he gets a couple inches on that thing. Well, look, as the resident 5'7" in the booth here, I'm gonna sit here and say, you two are right, because I'll tell you what, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to be talking to somebody like this and be like, hey, let me tell you what. Let me tell you what. It's just, I'm going to just lay on the sword here for us shorter folks. I can't find a fault with your argument because it's really tough to have to stare at somebody's nostrils and try to be in the situation. And I mean, look, there's a reason that the Napoleon complex exists because it's these short people that are compensating for some form of their being. Now, I'll say this: the folks that are sub 5'7" and get respect, credit to them, because they're definitely putting it out there. But baseline, you walk into a room sub 5'7", and I'm going to tell you what, it's not always a comforting situation to be in.
Let me ask Marsh, but see, you said you're 5'7", so you're right at the cusp of where that respect starts, right? Because if you is this 5'7" in heels? Is this 5'7" in like what kind of shoes are we talking here?
This is 5'7" and a quarter if I got my Nike Air Maxes on. That's what we're talking. I mean, look, we are. I am just barely able to ride the ride. Okay, I just, you put the shoes on or you put the socks in the shoes to get on the roller coaster. That's me. It's like, you might make it, but it's cutting it a little close for comfort. So I'm right on that line. And it's tough health.
It's crazy. If you're 5'7" or short or sub 5'7", the only way you look tall is by standing on your money.
So everyone here knows Marsh is clocking those six figures. We know that.
I got plenty of money.
I got plenty of money. Plies said it. How tall is Plies, by the way? He's out there in your neck of the woods.
5'5". He's about 5'5".
5'5", yeah.
What's in my pocket, dog?
Here's the big face hundreds. Yeah. You gotta. So here's the other part of it, because my son, I ragged on him last time. But I rag on him. You know why? Because he's projected to be a hot 5'6" when he gets older. And I've told him, like, son, you gotta get your shit together. Like, you gotta be nice. And he's not nice. So if you're not nice, you're gonna have to be rich and or funny. Marsh, you're pretty funny, dude. You gotta be rich and or funny. Like, look at Kevin Hart. The list goes on. You can't not be rich. You can't not be well off, not funny, and be a jerk. Like, that's a no. Forget respect. Like, you're just an asshole then.
Well, that's why the Napoleon context exists, because it's not like if you're just a jackass and you're 5'10" or above, it's just like, all right, well, that guy's a little wound too tight. But you start having the short man complex, and that just becomes like it's a stereotype for a very specific reason, because it stands out with somebody who's that height is a little aggressive.
It's like, how dare you, right?
And I want to let the sub 5'7" people know a little secret. I want to let the guys know a little bit of a secret. I'm going behind the veil here. This big boy talk, this 5'8" and plus talk. But here's the secret: we already know you're small. We already know you have a complex. So when you start huffing and puffing your chest, we don't believe you. We never believe you. Never. No one believes you. You're 5'5".
Well, hold on.
We don't care how many muscles you have. We don't. You have to show. You have to show everybody every time, because no one's gonna take your word for it.
Marsh, there's a caveat to that. Have you ever seen? Because I know you're a movie buff, Rick. Let me make sure I'm naming the right one. Joe Pesci in Casino.
Yes.
No problems with that guy. He's clearly 5'2", 5'1".
He got money.
No, but he was terrifying in that movie.
But you see what he had to bring with him? A baseball bat.
Well,
he couldn't do it himself. No one believes him by himself. They only believe him with the bat in his hand. You gotta be Joe Clark if you're 5'5".
I would say this. I would say the folks that are sub 5'7" and have the respect of others, they've earned it. That is a very, very, and I'm not saying because they bring a baseball bat like Rick Blaze. I'm saying they are so good at the craft that they are in, whether that's business, sports. I mean, look, Darren Sproles was out here duking on people like 5'5". Muggsy Bogues was out here doing it, going at Manute Bol for his head if he could. The ones that are like, there is a ton of respect, because look, I'm not even going to say this is an opinion. How many presidents of the United States do you think are shorter than 5'7"? Shorter than 5'7"?
We're going to have to get on that. Somebody's going to.
I would say none.
I know. I have the answer right here.
Zero. I'm going 0 as well.
I go 0.
You're both wrong. There's 3 presidents listed height.
Who are they?
5'7" and below. Martin Van Buren. We're going deep cuts. Martin Van Buren.
Who?
Benjamin Harrison.
I'm failing that in history. Who's that last person?
The 8th, 23rd, and 4th presidents of the United States. And if you extend it to 5'7" exactly, all you do is double that number to 6. And again, you're in the top 25. We're our 47th president right now. These are the pretty much first half. You got John Quincy Adams, who was the 6th president. He was 5'7.5". John Adams, who was the 2nd president, was 5'7". And William McKinley, 25th president, was 5'7".
And you know who everyone loves and believes? JFK, who was not 5'7".
And great old Abe. You know what else though too? People were shorter back then in general. People were just shorter people.
This is true. This is true.
But if you
they were still at least 5'7".
No, Thomas Jefferson was our 3rd president. He was 6'2.5", and George Washington, our 1st, was 6'1.5". But the point being is that I'm not saying this like I think the American people have said this, and I think civilization, like, I'm not standing on this as I believe this, but I think the what's the word I'm looking for? Not community, but humanity has essentially said 5'7" and below. I mean, it's why, like, guys will round their height up to 6 foot. I'm very proud of the two of you to not say that you're 5'11". At 5'9". I mean, that's like once people turn 5'10", like, technically 6.
People run up to me on purpose. So I mean, in public and all the time. So I got to answer for everything I say on here, man. So I can't be saying I'm 5'11". They're gonna tell me up in the comments. I wouldn't even survive a day.
No.
So humanity has kind of agreed on that figure for whatever. Why do you think that is? Why do you two that are above?
I'll tell you why. Because wifey hit me. This topic kind of came from her. And Marsh, you're just such a great guy, man. You really are. You call them sub 5'7". In my house, they're known as short ass dudes. Like it's.
I'm not saying that.
I'm just calling it what it is. So why?
You're not a dad. You're a sad.
You're a sad.
A short ass dude.
Jesus. Short ass. That's sad. Yeah, I didn't even get the acronym.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, you just now.
Right over my head. It would have been way over my head if I was 5'7". If I was below 5'10",
you would have caught that.
I'm surprised the Mohawk didn't cut it off on the way above.
Yep, I'm 5'9", generous 5'9" then. No, so yeah, like wifey was telling me, she was like, I've been in the gym. If y'all notice, I've been in the gym, so I've been slimming down, getting toned for the winter, like all people do, right? And she's like, you gotta cut it out. Like I'm at like 202 right now. I like to carry like right 210. And she's like, if you get under 200 pounds with your little ass, like get away from me. That's what she was saying at my height, like, because she's never known me at a size other than that. She's like, if you're under if you're under 200 pounds, like, get your little ass out of here.
You get 200 pounds, she's bending you over.
Right. Oh, well, no.
Hold on.
Nice joke, though.
Nice. The argument is that you can't be small. Like, you have to be a butterball at
so
5.
I'm far from a butterball. Don't make me show my abs on set. So we moved from that because like everybody, there's BMI index and all that, and we really just got down to you can't be that short. She was like, how would someone protect you if they're 5? She's like, how are you gonna protect your woman? What are you gonna do? Every situation has to escalate.
How would someone protect you?
So
this is why you can't talk shit if you sub 5'7".
Right.
You see the statement a woman made? She's married to this man and said that with all of her chest. That's why you can't be an asshole at sub 5'7".
She was like, if you were under 5'7", who's gonna protect us?
Well, that's why you live in Texas and everyone can open carry, and that's why
you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
So then, what's her ideal height to weight ratio?
Me, whatever I am, and that is the final answer. That's the final answer.
I want the first.
Hey, Marsh, I think we need to phone a friend. I think Yellz need to phone a friend so we get that official information.
Not named his wife. It's just gonna say whatever you are, sweetie pie. Yeah. There's got to be some like ratio here.
No, I don't know.
Oh, we're gonna phone a friend. Here we go.
Let's do it right now. We're going to get right into this segment right now.
This is live, folks. This is not
live.
Practice or rehearse.
Let's see here. Oh. No.
Hello.
Hey, dear, you are live on the show. We're getting to this episode for the first time ever. We're talking about how respect starts at 5'7", how we got to that, and how you brought this subject up. Marsh wants to know what your preferred height to weight ratio is. At 5'9", what should my weight be?
At least 200 pounds.
Well, I want to go. Then, like, I want to work our way down. What's 5'8"? What's 5'7"? What's 5'10"? I want all.
She said, Marsh is like, what's 5'8" then?
No less than 190.
No less than 190.
So we're doing 10 pounds per inch. That's what I'm hearing.
10 pounds. Can you state why? Because I gave your take, and we'll let you get back to whatever you got to do. At least you ain't got to protect me, right? So, what is the reason?
I just would need a man to be bigger and stronger than me. Like, I don't want to share skinny jeans with my man, and we're both around the same weight. That's not gonna happen.
Hey. I'll let you go so you can finish putting up those clothes, dear. Please don't talk about my skinny jeans. Gotta go. Bye.
All right, so the baseline in the Wilson household is 5'10" would be 210 if I'm going by her logic. 5'9", 200, 5'8", 190, 5'7", 180, and so the way down. That's what I'm hearing?
I think something like that. Look, I'm gonna pass this one on off to Johnny. I'm gonna pass this one off to Rick. Even you, Marsh. I'm just wondering. Here's the question. Y'all are world travel. We all move around. Y'all ever been to Chicago?
Yes.
No.
You've never been to Chicago, Marsh? We're going to find out how much you weigh in a minute. If you go to Chicago when the wind is hitting just right, and you're not quite 5'7", and you're not over 180, it might just carry you away. You may be in the lake before you know it. Like, there's strong breezes in America.
You become a kite. You are now a kite.
You're now being held by a string up in the air.
Yes.
See, I mean, I'll share this anecdote. I was in, I don't know, 10th grade, I think. And like I said, I've always been a short, pudgy little man. And so they had like a health day, and they were like, okay, we've got to do, you're going to do your BMI, and we're going to determine if you're overweight or not. And I got on there, and it blasted right in the face, like, yep, you need to lose some weight, big guy. And so I was like, nah, it's just because I'm shorter and I have muscles and I work out. Well, fast forward 15 years, and my wife pulled out, she had the old Wii Fit board that she would use growing up just to dick around on the Wii. And so we're like, all right, let's check out where we're at. And not only did it tell me that I was in the very overweight category, but it also made my avatar get a beer belly. So I'm sitting there, just pudgy little Homer Simpson.
They sabotage your avatar too, dog.
Oh yeah, it didn't even give me a choice. It wasn't like what you think your weight is distributed. It was like you got a gut, and you can't tell me otherwise. And no amount of downhill skiing and bowling is going to help you, young man.
Crazy.
That's
you
what it
could have
was.
been Johnny Bravo too. It could have been just like John Cena up top, and
Right?
just said
That's
you were crazy.
Yeah, it just was like, we don't believe that you have any legs. You just have a gut, and that was it. I had no choice in the matter. But that's what happens when you start at. I mean, I guess by your wife's ratio there, I'm coming in at 5'7", 180. So like I'm the perfect mix of
There you go.
short and stocky. But I'm Peter, and apparently if I lose any weight, I can't protect myself here in the mean streets of South Florida.
Well, all
You
I
become
know,
a Chicago kite.
yeah, Chicago Marsh. You know, the FCC lifted the rules on us. You being at your height at 180 just means there's a certain population that's not gonna fuck with you. Not at all. No problem.
So, South Florida, we've got plenty of the shorter kind down here. Especially I think the lighter skin tone. I want to stay as far away from the sun as I can get. So, I try to keep this fair skin kind of far. So then, I mean, I guess you two kind of are more in the realm of this. Have the two of you ever been turned down by a woman for not being 6 foot?
No, I haven't. I actually like taller. I actually don't mind taller women. Some guys have an issue with women being taller than them or so much taller than them. I once dated, and I'm not going to say the person's name. I once dated a WNBA player.
Oh, current,
so
future?
She was a forward. So
What
I
team?
say at one time she played for Seattle.
Who else? What other team?
I don't know if Seattle still has a team,
What's
but
the
at one
jersey
time
number?
she played for Seattle. I'm not. That's what I'm doing. She was a forward.
Past or
Seattle.
present? Past or
This is
present?
past.
How far?
So she was like 6. Bro, she like 6'5", maybe 6'5".
What was that conversation? How did you pick her up? What was that like, or did she pick you?
I used to have a podcast show years ago with Bishop and I, and then we had different guests on the show, and she started off as one of the guests, and then we kind of chopped it up from there, and then we went to the court and played ball, played 21, and I beat her. You know what I mean? So
I saw that slug you dropped in there.
She won the 21. I won the 1v1. We played 1v1 after that. I won that, and she was distraught because she couldn't believe she lost to me, especially the way she lose, because I beat her in the paint. People don't. I'm an inside player, so a person who's 6'5", you imagine a guy or a girl, whoever, 5'9", trying to back you down. It looks really silly, but when you see me scoring at will, it feels different. It hits different. So
Rico, we talking basketball?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
How did you? So what's the difference between 1-on-1 and 21?
21, you go to 21 counts 2s and 1s, and it's like make it, take it, or you shoot free throws too. One versus one is just we just pick a number we're going to go to.
Yeah.
Usually 15, Sometimes it's two, sometimes it's straight ones.
So you're really taking in full advantage here that this mystery woman that we're led to believe exists, doesn't even get a chance to defend herself here. We're just taking Rick's word for it that he beat a WNBA player.
That's fine. Yes, take my word for it. I'm never wrong. That's why I'm on the show.
I just feel bad that we're not getting her.
Huh?
I'm not going down this path. I have nothing to do with this
said it shouldn't be
conversation.
that hard, should it?
To what?
Put the two of you on screen. Take me off. I don't want to be on screen for this argument.
To be the WNBA player?
Yeah, we'll move on from that one. That's for a Cool Kids Club episode, Rick. We'll leave that one alone.
Yes, keep me as far away from this argument. Michael Porter Jr. disciples over here.
Hey, he's balling this year on the court though. All jokes to the side, on the court he's balling.
He's having a great season now that a podcast microphone is on his face.
He probably should stop talking.
He probably should. So Rick's never been turned down. Yellz, have you ever been turned down by a woman because of your height?
I don't recall so I'm gonna say no. And if the wife was watching, there was no one before her. But if we're being honest, the infinite
Like
number.
the children in your household.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I'm not just talking. See, Rick's kind of bringing it to like women, right? It's also guys. Like, I'll ask you, since you're.
You've been turned down. Have you turned down a guy?
Stop. That's gonna get clipped so terribly.
Yikes. That's what the topic was. That's the question he was asking.
Oh,
you said not just women but guys.
Social media is gonna tear this one up. Thanks for that. Here's what. No, neither, none. But here's what I'm saying.
So for the record, Marsh, he's never been turned down by a guy.
I don't like this. Marsh has no idea. I haven't been turned down by a transgen either. Nah. So Marsh.
There's a lot of context lacking in that statement.
Transgenerational. So, Rick, this is my question for Marsh. Since you're on the shorter end of our look, we only got you about 2-3 inches here. We're talking. We're not 6 foot guys around here, but since
all these gonna make very terrible clips later on. By the way,
they're gonna make great clips.
They're gonna make very terrible.
But here's the thing. So for you, Marsh, even just like a friend or a guy that maybe was being like a jerk at the front of the club or a bar or somewhere where he was being, just kind of in. Maybe he wasn't even being a jerk. But if you were able to look down at the top of his head, did you take it seriously?
If I was able to do that?
To look down and see the top of his head, did you take him very seriously?
Look, I'm not the smallest man alive, so there's been people smaller than me.
Right.
So I can understand that it would be difficult to take somebody seriously in that situation.
Right.
That's how I'm going to answer.
I hear you. I see what you did there.
Here's what's crazy for me. I see a guy like that, sub 5'7", come in talking mess, and like he's want to get active. I actually back away because I know you're going to do I know he's going to do everything tonight. I'm not. Yeah. He's going to do everything tonight. He's going to do too much. And I'm not here to do too much. I'm probably with a young lady. I'm looking clean. I'm not here for none of the nonsense. So for all you 5'7" guys think you finna get your rep up off me? No, I don't want the smoke. Man, go get your rep up on somebody else because I'm walking away, bro. Because I ain't got time for them tiny problems you about to give me.
It sounds like you're taking the opposite stance of Mrs. Roniel over there. She's saying, I can't deal with a man because he's short because he can't protect me. You're saying I want to be far away because that man don't play by the rules if we get in a fight. That's what you're
exactly. Have you ever had a Chihuahua bite your ankles? That does not feel good.
Little dogs bark.
It's a similar situation. Like you man, listen. By the time we put our hands up, you can already punch me in my nuts, and I'm already out. I'm already out, bro. I'm at a disadvantage from the word go. I already know this. I was short for a long time until I finally hit a mini growth spurt 9th grade. But I was like the third shortest guy in the class up until like 8th grade. So I've been there, done that. I wasn't the guy you want to fight in middle school because I'm finna win this fight. Period.
Right. because your low blows just left and right, and it's not. You're not even reaching down for it. That's just eye level. So you're just.
Ricky, you punching dudes in that junk? Is that what was happening?
Hold on. Yeah, I'm not advocating for fighting, but if you got -5 inches, like if you've got that big of a height discrepancy, I think that you're allowed a couple shots that the other guy is not. That's all I'm gonna say. Like if you're brawling, you're like, well, I'm not gonna reach you. Like if the other guy can put his arm out and you can't hit him, and you're like doing some of these, he's on the table.
Hey man, I'll be like, yo, bro, I don't want no problems, man. I mean, man, let's just dab it up. Boom!
I'm not just subscribing to this. I'm not subscribing to the fake out. I'm gonna, and then you punch them. I'm not. That's dirty. That's dirty talk, and I'm not. I do not advocate.
It's like a go-to move. It's like the rock bottom. Like it's your finisher. Like it's the starter and the finish. It's like an eye poke in wrestling. Hey, man. It's gonna get it done.
Punks jump up to get beat down. Boom!
I'm crying under here. That's funny.
I do appreciate the sound effects of the fist right there. So what I appreciate most about the two of you arguing here is that you are like just barely tall enough to ride this ride. At least I'm admitting I'm on the line.
I'm in that sweet spot. I'm in that sweet spot where I don't have to be humble because I'm so tall, but I'm not short armed to be. I'm not under 5'6", so I can comfortably talk about it. Yeah, I'm like the biggest little dude I know.
Yeah, that's it. You guys are like, I feel like there's probably some 6'4" dudes out there that are pretty indifferent on it, but the people that really hate on the short people are the ones that are just barely above that line.
Agreed. So, no, please, Rick, go ahead. You argued with the boom. I don't want to get punched in my nuts.
And I was going to say, and you know what happens when those 6'4", 6'5" guys come talking mess to me? Hey, bro, I don't want no boom, just like that.
So you're going after the 6'4" dudes too. You don't want to fight below, but you want to fight up.
I'm going after anyone, but in that situation, I'm the short guy. Boom!
Give me. I need as many of those booms in my life as I can. Yeah, I need that as a text ringtone. So when somebody comes, okay, that's great. So how about this? And maybe you two don't know the answer to this. Why is it that short dudes love to be just ripped as hell? Because
you gotta be.
What do you mean? Why do you gotta be?
Because you're gonna get. So I was short in school too. I told my story in the last episode. Gonzalez twins still. Hey, come with it if y'all don't think. Speak up. Boom. Yeah. But I was really short, and that's people will test you. People will test you when you're short. You gotta. I think once you're a little bit older and you understand what weights are, you're like, man, I don't need anybody even trying to test me. I don't want to have to punch anybody in their nuts. I don't want to have to escalate a situation any further. So let me make sure that I'm at least in peak physical condition. Like everyone cares about their appearance, right? So in some way, at least I believe that. So if you're on the shorter side, like they get ripped. Our homeboy, look, hey, Nick's gonna come up on a lot of these episodes, Rick. I'm just let you know. I don't know if he ever gonna tune in. Shout out Nick. He's still a homeboy. He's one of our good friends and family member. Rick, I grew up with the guy I'm talking about, Nick. He was shorter than me, and I was always short, and he was shorter than me. And he stays in the gym. He's got his little physique, like my wife says. His little physique is right. It's a neat little physique. Like if you put him on a stack of books and showed it to somebody else, like with the right camera angle, he's like Mark Wahlberg. You look at Mark Wahlberg in a movie, like, man, this dude's a Greek guy. You take him off camera, you're like, hey man, get out the way.
That's a good one. So that's a good one, like a Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Or I would say a Vin Diesel, like in the scene in Fast and Furious.
He's short.
Well, I don't know how short he is.
I think he is though. I don't know that.
Fans, somebody can look it up. There's the scene in Fast and Furious where they had to shoot it. So like, if this is Vin Diesel and then this is The Rock, they had to shoot The Rock, I guess, further away from the camera so that they look to be the same height. But when you like actually know that and you see them, you can tell they're just both staring off into space because The Rock is the big dude and Vin Diesel is a smaller.
The Rock is 6'5" though, but is Vin Diesel actually short?
But listen, if Tom Cruise can be an action hero at 5'6", Anybody can be an action hero.
Hey, what about
Robert
Sylvester Stallone? Remember that
Iron
guy?
Man is 5'7". Robert Downey Jr. is 5'7".
Tom Cruise is 5'7".
I'm saying I think he's like 5'6". Yeah.
Most entertainers are short though. They give them that Peter Dinklage shot that they did in Marvel where they shoot it from far away, make them look like a giant.
Some of your best musicians all time are small guys. Prince, really small guy. I mean, the guy who created one of the best songs ever, the Thong song, Cisco's 5'5".
I was at a. I'm glad you brought him up. We were at a dinner the other night, kind of like a Christmas benefit dinner for a law firm, and there was a Caribbean band there playing, and someone was politicking hard for this Caribbean band, authentic Caribbean band, to play Thong song, and I thought it was coming. That would have been interesting to hear.
Nice.
A Caribbean take on a Thong song.
They were saying the words too.
No, they didn't do it. We politicked for it. I guess we just didn't tip enough. We wasn't short enough to have that kind of cash. We should have paid more.
I had one of those bands that come in, the mariachi bands come into like Papacitos. I had them playing a Thong song one time. They came in. I had to play it for them first. And they did a terrible rendition, but I thought it was hilarious. After about 2 margaritas, everything sounds like that anyway.
How tall was that mariachi band?
Oh man, they about 5'5" and shorter.
But see, I think that's the point that we made earlier, is when people are short and they're good at something. Tom Cruise, great example. Mariachi band's great example. You're just like, hey, hell yeah. I love this. Like, that's why Darren Sproles, I'll bet you, if you asked any football fan who grew up in the whatever time period that Sproles was cooking, he was like, what, 2010s range? Like, somebody's probably going to sit there and be like, Darren Sproles was a dog because he was 5'5", just out there cooking everybody, like, didn't care at all. When you are sub 5'7" and you're good at something, and I'm speaking purely from a guy standpoint, I don't know what the female equivalent would be. I guess gymnasts, maybe, from a female perspective.
You can be short as a woman. No, you can be short as a woman. That's fine.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, women don't have. Do women have a cutoff height? I don't think they do, right?
Well.
Why
don't you two finish that sentence?
Never mind. Never mind.
Here's my line.
Even numbers have limits, so yeah, never mind.
Yeah, but to your point, Marsh. To your point,
this was a Tell Me I'm Wrong show where you two wouldn't be afraid of a hot take, and here we are.
I'm not afraid of a hot take at all.
I'm gonna say you got to be at least 4'10", because isn't that the cutoff for definitive?
I don't. 4'10" too short. 4'10" too short for me.
I think
maybe 4'11". You know what I'm talking about.
5 feet.
You know what I'm talking about. There's a definition.
You can't be. I can't be an adult and have 4 anything in life.
Fair. That's true.
I don't want to talk about that. You're insinuating some things I don't care to discuss.
No. I'm talking specifically.
You dirty rascal.
I'm talking specifically for me. I don't speak for mankind, for my neighbor. I'm just saying my preference.
Your preference.
Yeah, I can have. I'm allowed to have a preference, right?
Yeah, you can prefer anything.
I can make sure on this show I was allowed to have a preference.
You're allowed, just in the same way you were asking if Ryan had a preference. You're perfectly fine to have any preference you would like.
What happened to this show?
And there's no judgment. There's no judgment. This is a safe space.
So
you can do anything you want.
So to your point, though, Marsh, on the other end of that, that's why Kevin Hart has such an explosive career and now it's started to fall off because he's not funny anymore, right?
He's not funny anymore. I thought his Christmas commercial where he's the little elf was pretty good.
When you start doing commercials, you know what
you see he's a little elf though. He's not a big elf.
Because here's the other thing. It takes a lot of respect, I think, and I'm coming from this a little biased, but the guy that's 5'7" or below, that's just like, this is who I am, and I'm not going to apologize for that, and I'm not going to try to pretend I'm something else. I think that garners a lot of respect. Kevin Hart is not sitting here trying to be anything different. He knows I am a short dude. I am a funny dude, and I've made a lot of money, to your initial point. But I think when somebody just embraces passionately who they are in the same way that you can embrace, as a guy, being bald, something that plenty of people want to discuss at length, being able to or unable to grow facial hair, to having a dad bod or not having, like when you embrace organically who you are, which Kevin Hart has done, and I think any 5'7" or below person that is successful, they've said, this is who I am. I can't change that.
I agree with that.
Let me go and 100%. Just be what I want to be.
Number
I agree
one,
with 100%.
number one, he got a lot funnier, or excuse me, he was a lot funnier, and he just seemed like a bigger guy. The more money he made, the more popular and successful he is. He didn't come across as the tiny little dude. He just seemed a little small. So that's that. Number two, you brought up bald. I would rather be bald than be sub 5'7". Any day of the week.
Really?
Absolutely. All of this luscious hair, chop it off. I'm gonna find my wood to knock on, but I'd rather do that than be sub 5'7".
Yeah, I think. Damn, am I agreeing with you? I'm gonna say no, just because I'm tired of agreeing with you. But I kind of agree with you. But I'm gonna say no anyway, just because I don't want to agree with you.
You would be. Are you saying on air that you would be willing to be?
I just told you what I'm saying and why I'm saying it. I just told you that.
So Rick would rather have hair than be short.
No. Rick's saying he would rather. He'd rather be short.
Rick's saying he's not agreeing with Yellz. So whatever Yellz said, Rick is saying the opposite.
So Yellz is saying you would rather
on the principle that I'm not agreeing with Yellz, not on the principle that I actually believe it.
So you would rather be bald, Yellz, than be short.
Absolutely.
So give you a great luscious mane of hair, but if you're 5'6", you're out.
Absolutely. If I cut my hair off, I could be I could be Aaron Hall. I could be Michael Jordan. I can. Yeah, that almost.
That was the first name you said. Please and thank you.
Well, listen.
That was some subconscious sneaking out there, Yellz. I'm just,
That's a whole nother episode because his catalog didn't do anything anyway. That's a whole nother episode. You ain't gonna take the music from me. You're not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Terrible guy.
Right, and
love his music.
You're saying you would.
To you guys' point, I think, and I think Marsh might disagree, but that's fine. I think that's part of the allure which makes Steph Curry so popular. Not because he's short, but he's short compared to other NBA players. When you see Steph play his size and his style of basketball, every young man can say, I think I can at least attempt that. How great am I going to be at it? I don't know, but I can do that shot. I can shoot the ball from a long ways. I can put it. When you see LeBron and Jordan people dunking, you can't do that. You already know you can't do that. So I think for the average height guy or for the average athlete, when you see Steph Curry, he's an amazing talent.
I don't know why.
I think what makes him even more lovable is that when you see him play amongst those taller guys and you see what he can do amongst those taller guys, you say to yourself, I think I can try to do that. And I think that's a cool little film.
Go ahead, Marsh. The camera's all yours. Talking Warriors now.
He stole the argument that I've given to him multiple times when he tried to sit here and say LeBron was the greatest. I mean, we've had this conversation in different places, and Rick has just co-opted my theory, or not my theory. I don't think I'm the one to think that. He has taken that from me, so now I can't say it anymore. So thanks for that, Rick. But he's correct. I think a shorter man is just more. It's more relatable to the common human. That's it. Nothing wrong with that.
Let me ask you, do you think this plays over like into like the corporate America or like just kind of in the profession? Like, are the shorter guys less respected there, or are they more tenacious? Like, how's that viewed?
I have been around plenty of very high-ranking officials in my career that are not 6 foot, not 5'9", and they are well respected within their industry. I think it's the first intro, right? And I think you two would know this in the music industry. Like, somebody can look the part, but if they open up their mouth and it's gibberish or it has no flow or it has no assertiveness, then they quickly stop looking the part. So I think that extends to every facet of life. Someone 5'7", so long as they're bringing deals to the table, they're getting sales done, they're finishing mergers, they're bringing shareholder value, you can move up the chain regardless of your height. I think it's really just, and again, the presidential elections prove it, that it's just the general populace that appear to have this concern over height. But once you actually start dealing with industries, regardless of the type, that actually the substance of what you deliver matters, I think height quickly goes out the window.
Okay,
but it's tough to walk into a nightclub at 5'7" and be like, "What's up? I'm here to party," and people are like, "Yeah, this guy's gonna be dope."
So
I'll give you that.
Let me add to that then. Maybe a new tell me I'm wrong. I think that everyone, that's the sweet spot, because it kind of goes back to what you said. I'm not 6 feet. If I was, I probably have less to say, because the taller you are, the more you're in the minority, right? So you understand
the less you can relate.
Right. So, but being in this sweet spot, I also think that I think we're all smarter than people 6'2" and over. I think being below 6'2", we are the more intelligent species, because we're required to be.
So you've literally picked a fight with the tall and the short people. I mean, you have chosen a very small segment of the population to be on your side.
5'9" to 5'10" is the sweet spot. Because guess what? I knew, unless I was like the top 2 player in the world, I'm not going to the NBA. My thighs weren't big enough to play in the NFL. They have a prerequisite. Like they wrap tape measure around your thighs to see if you can play in the NFL. If you're a certain heights in a certain position, that's a real thing that happens at the combine. So I know that's not the athletic route. So then you have to go another route. Like I picked a fight with everybody. I did that. Tell me I'm wrong though.
So, but you've essentially said you're going to fight the people that Rick says deep shot, pow, just knock out.
Backup. And then I got backup.
You also picked the fight with the people that can just whack-a-mole you from above. So you're in a lose-lose here. You're getting beat up from the top and from the bottom.
But guess what? I don't like that. I don't like how that sounded at all. But guess what though? I'm still not wrong. And
that's going to be a wild soundbite. That's going to be a very wild soundbite.
It's awful. It's awful. Look, hey, we don't have to hide this like in our previous ventures. I'm going to have to edit that and use that shit. That's terrible. I know I have to use that soundbite. That's terrible.
You chose this life for yourself. You've chosen a couple sound bites on this show that are, I think, questionable to some.
Tell me I'm wrong, though. I still stand by that. Am I wrong? Like based on your logic, Marsh, we're required to work on some things that are going to require a little bit more effort, a little bit more follow through. Intelligence.
I am not prepared to start a fight with 6'2" people.
You got backup. Rick's got him. Pow.
Yeah, Rick's out here fighting, everybody. I don't know that 6'2" makes you dumb. Like you guys, you started this by
6'2" makes you.
I didn't say dumb, man. The
official statement is 6'2" makes you dumb.
Yeah, so you have said effectively on this show, Yellz, from start to finish. 5'7" makes you no respect, and 6'2" makes you dumb.
It's a small window. It's a sweet spot. Yeah, 5'7" to 6'1".
And then under that say. We live in the gray area.
Yeah, that's the show.
A t-shirt.
40s are lame and tallies are dumb. That's the show. Tell me I'm wrong.
I think it's time for an ad read, Marsh.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So
here we go.
Today's non-sponsored segment is coming up here in 1 second. Let me get to. So today's episode is not sponsored by Prime Energy Drink. And I just want to say this out loud before you do. Yes, I'm a grown man, and yes, I drink Prime. And no, I don't have a good reason. I don't do extreme sports. I don't fight anyone. I go to the gym. I lift the same weight every week, and I leave looking mostly the same. But when I drink Prime, I feel like something big is about to happen. It tastes good, I'll admit it. It's sweet, it's colorful, it feels like a reward. Like a Capri Sun that went to business school. When I'm at the gym with my headphones in, Prime in hand, lifting marginal weight and getting even more marginal gains, nodding in the mirrors like, yeah, I'm the Emma effing Megan, I feel like a beast. And it's all thanks to Prime Energy Drink. So, no, when you see a grown-ass man in the gym drinking a neon-colored bottle, hyped out of his mind, working extremely hard for very average results, mind your business. He's hydrated and he's trying. Prime Energy Drink is for kids and apparently me. Thank you, Prime. Wow. Like the Catalina wine next door. You'll eat that in Kobayashi. That's a great show. We need more TV. We need more movies like that. Yeah, I drink Prime. Prime's something. I'll keep the bit going. Prime something. That's what I'll say. That's what I'm going to go with. How do you feel about this? So there's a very large, and this I think touches on Yellz, what you were talking about, rather being bold or rather being short. There is segments of our population that happen to be both of those things, sometimes at the same time. And there is a growing industry, particularly in a state or in a country that is also happening to be a bird, where you can go and get hair transplants. We see people getting leg transplants, or not transplants, but leg extensions, I guess. I don't know if the implants maybe is probably the right term. What do you feel about that? What's the take on people that decide to alter the gift that is their body given by God?
Rick, I'm gonna let you. I have nothing to say about this. This is crazy. Did you say leg extensions?
Yeah, I seen a guy. I know a guy has done it. Right, I've seen a guy done it on social media. He was like 5'9" and got being like 6'2".
Yeah, I think they mostly do it like, I think it's typically in the shin bone because the feet.
Yeah, it's like they give you stilts basically and stretch out your shin or something like that. They attach it and now you're 6'2".
This is your leg. There's no way to do this without. So, mind out of the gutter, fellas. Leg, it's broken, and then they put a steel rod right in the between part, and then they shut the wound and they let it heal, and the bone will cover. It'll heal itself across the steel rod, so it'll give you like 2 inches, 3 inches, something like that.
It's crazy.
I mean, I thought about that story and I was like, yo, this is dude. He's the only guy I know that's the closest to having adamantium in his body, like Wolverine. So I was kind of excited for that part of it. But walking on stilts, bro, no, I'm counting me out on that. But it's the climate that we live in. A lot of people, men and women, deciding that that they don't want to work out, or that they don't want to do what needs to do, or they just want to make a change, right, for whatever reason, and they're just altering their bodies and how it looks. It's the climate they're in. That's not really my thing. That's not my bag. I don't. Well, whatever you do is your business. But I let me say this. I think this is important. I think some of the ladies feel like the BBL is what the guys are looking for, what they want. It's not. It's a lot of fun that night in the club. It's a lot of fun at the strip club, but they will never go home to these folks' mamas. They will never meet these men's daughters or sons. This just is fun. I think some women see those highlights of fun and think, oh, that's what the guys want. No, that's just a toy, but we're not really taking that serious for real, because we know it's not what it really is. And it speaks to, in a lot of cases, under other underlying questions that we ain't got to get into today. So that's my 2 cents on that.
I'll leg extensions. Coming back to that and what you just said, right? So, number one, I just think that's crazy. I think I saw something online about that, but my immediate thought was, now that you're talking about BBLs and all that, BBLs. Hey, whoever likes them, that's your thing. I'm not like Rick. I'm not gonna judge you. I don't like them either. But slightly different take on it. If they're up top, cool. Backside, no thanks. But the whole BBL phenomenon, the real problem with them, as we've seen, is they only have so much shelf life. And yeah, I use the word I want to, because they only sit like a shelf, then it falls. They always fall apart. Kim Kardashian is like the only one that hasn't fell apart. And I'm not talking about that for that reason, Marsh. If that's what happens when we're talking about muscle and fat and like a butt and all that, like what happens to a dude's legs if you break them and whatever you just said they do to make them taller? What's the later on ramification of that? Like what happens? It can't be good. There's no way the outcome is good.
You turn into a full Wolverine. You have to become full Wolverine at this point.
No, but I'm saying like when it starts to denigrate, because that's what happens. Like when you make alterations to your body, they have to be maintained, and even then, they're not really maintained. What happens when you get leg extensions?
I guess we'll find out in 30 years.
I think the fact that it's steel, like it's the same thing with like you get a hip replacement or something like that. It's supposed to last a heck of a lot longer than natural. Your natural bone, but I mean, from everything I have never wanted to nor investigated leg extensions, but I think from what I've seen is there's a very large challenge. Like you have to relearn how to walk. You can't really be an athlete anymore, right? Your body is not.
You have to relearn how to walk. Jesus.
What did you say, Rick?
I said it's just for show at this point. You can't be an athlete with that.
Right. I mean, I can't imagine because your body is built to understand exactly how you move, and suddenly you're adding 2 inches on it. Like, I mean, it's weird walking on I don't know, on like small stilts, let alone anything bigger than that. But I remember the first time I saw that was in the film Gattaca in the '97 film with Ethan Hawke, where he's trying to be like you. That's when
Great
they
actor.
determined.
Great actor.
Great film. My favorite film by him, complete tangent, is Predestination. I highly recommend it.
Predestination is good.
It's a fantastic movie. But Gattaca, like it's all like your DNA gets scanned right away, right when you're like whatever trying to do something. And it's been a while since I saw the film. And he is a subhuman, he is a subhuman, I guess. He's not a superior human, but there is somebody who's in a wheelchair who is. So he's trying to impersonate him, but he needs to be taller. So what does he do? He gets leg implants or extensions or whatever, and gets to be taller. I can't remember the ending of it, so I'm not.
What is that movie called again?
Gattaca. We watched it.
Why's it called Gattaca?
I don't know. I watched it when I was like 15. That's the only thing that stood out to me. So that's it, and the thrill of if he was going to get caught or not. So that's the movie. That's all. That's the first introduction I've seen, but it is something I've seen online.
Back to his leg extension shit. I think that's crazy because you said they have to learn how to walk again, right? I'm assuming that most people that get leg extensions aren't just kind of like doing them just for a little lift. You know what I mean? Like they're getting substantial lift. Like I'm making a point here. I'm assuming that they're at least trying to get to, I don't know, maybe about 6'2", which defines my point that maybe it's a little stupider because it's not a wise thing to do. I think it's ridiculous.
Hold on. If they were, let's use your freaking big brain over there, Mr. Gen X, Gen Z.
Yeah.
If they were trying to get to 6'2", that would make them not 6'2". So then they wouldn't actually be in that dumb range.
No, they would because the threshold once they hit 6'2".
That's what you said.
A little less intelligent. They said, "Hey, I want to learn how to walk again."
Remember, you said it, Marsh. You said 6'2s are dummies or something like that. You said.
He said 6'2s are dummies. I didn't say 6'2s are
dumber.
They the dumbest.
No, just
So if they're then who's the ist?
I think that just comes down to your original level of dumb. That just starts with wherever you started. You know.
Come on, now you're going to stop picking a fight. You've picked a fight with pretty much everybody. Now you're going to hold up. Now you're like, I think I've gone far enough.
I mean, we're going prime level. That power is funny as hell. I think when we're talking prime level dumb, like then we get back into some origin story there. But 6'2", come on, man. Like I'm not in the minority here. If you were like 5'8", you're like, I want to relearn how to walk at 20 something so I can get to 6'2". That's pretty stupid. Come on, guys. Come on.
That's 6 inches. Nobody's adding 6 inches to their legs. Like that is dramatic.
How do you know that?
Because that's not what it is.
That could go on viral for sure.
I clarified something very specific in there.
That's not what you're going to That's not what you're starting to clip that.
Take that in whatever range he wants to go. I do, from what I have seen, I think it is a more popular procedure to be done with those that are not on the cusp of 5'7". Let's say that from everything that I've seen online about it. I've not researched it, although it sounds like I apparently have. Are we missing anything?
Hold on real quick, Rick. I appreciate you bringing that up about Marsh. It has been an absolute joy to take the words that you say and find out where to cut it off to make the clip make you look funny. This one's going to be so easy. It's going to be so easy today.
Yeah, there better be 4 clips of everything you said as well. We'll pull back the curtain here and tell you that the man with the sunglasses on who's too cool for anything is also the producer, and we are completely at his whim and discretion on how idiotic we look on social media.
I did myself no favors today. I have to use what y'all did. I lined them up, y'all knocked them down, and I knocked them down again. We got our first hate comment on social media. I was kind of excited.
I saw that.
Yes?
Marsh, you're popular.
Well, we all are popular, apparently. Rick or Yellz, did you see this? I imagine yes.
This was on YouTube, right?
Comment. No, it was on Instagram.
Oh, I saw that.
I saw the one that's directed towards you personally, Marsh, or the one that's directed towards me? Oh yeah, there's one.
Where's the one on me? I'm curious now. I love to see this.
Well, carry on though, Marsh. We'll come back to that.
One on Instagram. I mean, it's a quick one, but I love it anyway. And somebody liked it, and it might. I bet if
Somebody
I had put
liked
money,
it.
I think Rick liked it. I'm guessing
Yeah.
Rick liked it. I knew it was Rick. I went to see if I could see who liked it, and I knew
I like that energy. You know I like that energy, boy. I like that
knew
energy.
it was Rick. So I'm going to shout them out. They have one follower. That one follower we're not allowed to see. I don't know why. So, but 0 posts. They follow 379 people. They are BPNJ135. Shout out to you.
That's a
Shout out to you, brother.
And they said, "This is so gay. Get jobs, clowns." And you know what? That's the type of energy we need in our lives.
Yes.
The type of motivation to be better every single day. So shout out to you, BPNJ135. Your one follower is awesome, and you are too. So thank you for that.
BPNJ135.
Hey, the next time I see you, bro. Next time I see you, it's all good. Pow! Right in the kisser.
You know why? You know why you can do that to him? Is it in the kisser or is it in the nuts? I'm assuming he's at least 6'2".
I'm not getting involved in this. I shouted about
I don't know what his height is.
all you want. I said thank you. I want to see this other hate comment now. That I love these. I live for this stuff, which you probably shouldn't. What am I looking up?
I said something about you shouldn't have. What did he say? I forgot. Something about you shouldn't have gotten you wasted a degree.
Oh, this is an old one. That's a high school or a college.
No, there's a fresh one too. There's so many. I was just running down
On
the first one
which
came to
one?
mind.
Which episode is that on?
Go to the last one.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Go to the IG. The last one we
Was it
posted.
on Instagram?
Yeah, the last one we posted.
That's the one I was just talking about, dude.
While he's looking that up, you guys be sure to follow us. Now, we get shameless plug in because we have to. We are live on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts every Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Follow us on Instagram, TMIW.show. Follow us on TikTok. If their algorithm would stop being such a damn hater, you can check us out there at TMIW.show as well. Make sure y'all supporting, man.
The comment you're talking about, Rick, is about if it's about wasted money on a degree. that is a friend of mine from college. Shout out Colby, who I went to college with.
How tall is Colby?
And someone else said
How tall is
the other
Kobe?
time. They
Colby
said
is 6 foot. He's tall. He earns your respect, but he's not dumb apparently.
Marsh, who was the guy that says, I haven't watched the show yet, but I know Marsh is wrong.
That's Brian. Brian's my number one hater. I worked with Brian previously. You know what I noticed? I was thinking about this today on the drive home. All the comments are either, man, this is funny, or Marshall's an idiot. So I love that that's the track in life I've walked. I've clearly surrounded myself with incredible human beings that are nothing but uplifting and supportive. So thank you all for being just incredible. You know, Brian, thanks for your comments. Colby, thanks for your comments, and congrats on the kid. I mean, I just could not be happier. Yeah, I couldn't be happier with all the supportive people in my life. So thanks, guys. And gals that might say the same stuff. So,
hey, we take your
right,
side, Marsh. We don't side with Kobe or Brian. We side with you.
No, you can. They're probably not wrong. Brian, I mean, look, we came out the gate firing with Thanksgiving's overrated and Nickelback is elite. So, look, you bring this on yourself.
Nickelback.
I wasn't wrong on either of those, but you bring it on yourself.
Hey, on that Nickelback topic, Marsh, I was asking you before the show.
Gosh.
Come on, man, come on. Hey, you can understand this one, Rick. You remember Creed, don't you?
Yes.
Can you take me higher? Do you realize that on that song that they could not say me? They could only say May until the acoustic portion at the end of the song, then they could clearly say me. Why is that? How tall are they?
Only you will pick that information up. I didn't recognize.
I'm sure there's other people. If you noticed it, put it in the comment. I'm not the only person who notices that.
How about at the end of Lips of an Angel by Hinder when he suddenly gets a lisp at the end?
I love Hinder. I've never enjoyed hearing people like screech yell a song out more in my life. I loved Hinder.
I saw a video where this guy was at. We have completely diverged away from this topic, which means this show's probably over here.
We haven't, because I was going to bring it right back. As we're talking about musicians, isn't that why big, tall musicians look crazy? Like, because you know the rest of them are short. Like, when you see the tall, lumbering one, it looks really odd, doesn't it? Like, Jose looks really weird on stage. Really weird.
I mean, yeah, but I think that's for it. Listen, if you happen to be 6'8" or something like that, and you work at any regular store and you're not in the NBA, everybody looks at you weird, like, damn it, you couldn't make it. Everybody thinks that you failed at the sport of at some sport. You might not even played it. Everyone assumes because you're now a UPS driver, you failed at all the sports.
You did
because they all say, if I was your height, I would have been in the league.
You had to. I agree with that. You had to.
You dropped the ball, son. You dropped the ball.
And that's
for the
why
whole
they're not in the
family.
league, because they dropped the ball.
I think we know a couple people that we could probably bring on this show. One of them is playing professionally over in where is he right now?
He's
Italy?
tall.
He's tall.
What, he's what 6'8", right?
Yeah.
Is that what he is? Shout out Jalen.
And listen, I'm gonna go on record. If we go to 12, firmly believe I can score 8 buckets on Jalen.
I thought you were going to say you were going to win again, and we were going to be back on that from the start of this show, and that would have been really
well. The thing is, I'm saying right now today, and I haven't played basketball in over a year. If I got in some shape, I definitely would beat Jalen for sure. I'm just speaking right now today.
Footage of that coming. It's when he makes it back stateside. We're gonna get that rocking. I got Knicks too.
I want to see. He lives kind of out near you guys.
He does. We're gonna make this happen. I've talked about him coming to town. I want to come back to this topic here though, because I just want to ensure.
Sniper too. Sniper can get that too.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Sniper. You talking about Jalen? Yeah, Jalen's not 6'8". Jalen's not 6'8".
I'm talking Sniper Jalen.
Yeah.
Oh, you said. You said you're talking to Sniper.
They're both.
Oh
Jalen.
yeah, for sure.
They're both Jalen.
For sure.
Yeah. Sniper's 6'8". Jalen's a little taller than me. So, but here, let me
talk about the one that Sniper J. Shout out him playing in France.
Sniper
yes.
Thing. That's who I'm shouting out.
I just want to know though. Essentially today, y'all agreed 5'7" and under, no respect. You have no respect if people are 5'7" and under. You agreed.
I didn't say that.
Oh, don't backtrack.
I'm not backtracking because we also said that the people that are sub 5'7" that are very successful in life, it's like, all right, damn, you did it. It's you walk in the room at 5'7" and below, you walk in the room and people are just not going to see you in a fair light. That's where
and my caveat was, if you're standing on your money, then all of a sudden you don't look 5'7" or below anymore.
True that.
You look.
How
you look
somebody look at the crown of your head and be like,
when you're standing on your money.
Agreed with that. Y'all help my son. I got him some vitamins. They're called True Height. They're gonna help him grow. He's been taking them every night.
That's some snake oil stuff right there, man.
That's some sugar water.
We're gonna see.
You're the placebo test case on that one. Just so
we're gonna see. It's better than leg extensions. We're gonna see.
Get them those strength trainers. They still sell those strength jumper shoes. Give them some of those.
Just don't work out early. That's the real move. Don't work out too early. You don't want to lift a lot of weights early on in life. And you know what? I think a perfect example, my brother, well, I'm the shortest of my two brothers. I'm the shortest of the three of them. Neither of them lifted. So they're both 5'9", and I think my younger brother's 5'10". I'm 5'7". But I'll tell you what, I'll beat them in a squat competition any day. So you can have the height.
They have the height, and your claim to fame is, I will beat you in a squat competition.
Oh yeah, you know it.
You got to show you the signal now, Marsh.
That's it. Yeah. To the question I asked to the two of you, why do short dudes just try to get jacked as hell? Because we got nothing better to do, and I'll tell you what, it's the easiest. Like we get gains are a cheat code if you're sub 5'7", because the muscles got nowhere to go. And you can move a lot of weight.
That's true.
And it's like, this is my squat.
That is
right?
great science.
My head is here, and I'm like, rack the weights, and all I got to do is this.
One.
So I can put 3 plates on there with no
crazy.
I'm just moving an inch and a half, baby. Like, this is easy.
Is that like the benching too? Would you like the little arms? Like they're just like, ooh.
I used to bench with a buddy, one of my roommates in college, Zach. Shout out to Zach. We're shouting out everybody today. And he's a tall, gangly dude, man. He's 6 foot, I think 5 or 6. And we would bench, and he just could not get over 185 pounds. because he just has freaking the daddy long legs. He just got to go so far. Me, I'm just like, pumping him out. Because I get the built-in cheat code, short arms, short and stubby. You kill it in the gym. Pretty much the only place you're going to kill it. So
come on, talk that talk, Marsh. Talk that talk.
Hey, he's 5'7". You can talk. You're in that sweet spot. You're in that zone, Marsh. Prime in hand, getting it in.
Yeah, that's it. I am on the cusp of it, man. Depend on the, maybe I slept wrong. I might be 5'6"3/4. So it's a tough. Well, you might sleep wrong. Your back gets a little tight. You shorten up.
You get a little tight, yeah.
You sleep good. Your back gets a little bit longer. That's it. That's all we're cooking with over here.
One of your stilts fall out. You back to square one.
One of my implants falls out of the shoe. Suddenly I'm short again. It's like that's a tough life we live. I do not have implants, for the record. I'll clarify that. No implants. We're authentically who we are. We're okay with that. All right. Anything else? Anything else as we've meandered through the last 10 minutes of this podcast?
No, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate being right, even if I'm not right. Send all hate mail to me. Last time it was Marsh. You can send it to me this time. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, somebody talk about his dumb head, not his, that way. Yeah, that way. If you're watching on YouTube.
Right,
those
guys.
Sunglasses. Those sunglasses that he wears inside. You want to talk about not being authentically you, Mr. Shades over there. His light is too bright inside of his studio.
I'm at least 5'7".
And that gives you the credibility. All right, well, we respect anybody that listens through this podcast. We're coming back next week, as we are every Thursday. 3 p.m. it drops on Apple and Spotify. We're also on YouTube, so make sure you're jumping in there, commenting, subscribing, commenting every piece of hate that you possibly could imagine, because it's fun. We're all having a good time here. So appreciate you tuning in. We're back next Thursday here on Tell Me I'm Wrong. Talk to you then.